Hello. There we go. Finally got it working. Sorry about that. For some reason, it wasn't. The mic wasn't coming through. For some reason, it was having a right issue there. But we finally got there. So that's the main thing. So we're in the Beechcraft. We're currently in the middle of the jungle in Colombia, and what we're going to do is fly our way up north of Colombia and have a little look around and just see what's happening and what the scenery looks like on route. I'm just going to quickly, because for some reason my Windows updated and it completely reset all of my mic settings, so I just want to make sure it's definitely working okay now. And is it audio's laggy? I thought that'd be the case because it's using that one. I want it to use. For some reason it's only working on this audio point and it shouldn't be. It should be working on the MME one. I'm not sure what's playing up with it, so 5.3 import. I'll just have to go with the standard Yeti. I don't know what's going on with my voice, my mixer. So I'm just going to have to bypass it. So hopefully that should sound better now. I don't really know what's going on with the voice meter. It seems to be playing up for some reason. It's done the update recently, and then as soon as it did the update, as soon as it did the update, it's completely messed up my mic settings, so I'm gonna have to go through and sort them out, but it'll do. Not quite as filtered, but it'll do for the time being. Yeah, Limmy, I saw that that you won. To be honest, I don't really care. I just starting to lose my patience with the game now. Just think it's just a shit game now. I got better things that I'd rather be on than that, like this. And I've done with the issues I've had. I did a test earlier, so this will be a test to see if it's the stream causing any issues. I updated graphics cards, re-updated Windows, and did a few other little fixes. I did a whole checklist and just completely spammed a load of fixes in. And when I played it for hours on end, off air, and it played absolutely fine. So what we're going to do now in this stream, we'll find out if it's still going to play fine or if it messes up at all. And then at least then we'll know if it's if that's causing any issues with it. Oh, there we go. What we're going to do, we're currently situated in just in the north section, well, just in the middle of Colombia in the jungle. So we're going to take this off. I've deliberately weighted it so it is a really heavy aircraft. The reason for this is I want to almost do a bit of a cartel-y type drug run. So, like you would see in American Made, which is why I've chosen this area, because I thought it'd be nice to see the scenery. But let's try and do a little bit, something a bit more interesting, a bit different while we're at it. So, I've put the plane to max it to the pure maximum it can get weight-wise, so it might not even take off, but we're going to find out and see. We're going to want... Where's your flaps? Flaps are set to take off, so that's fine. We're going to... no. Parking brake is released. Yep. So we're going to just give it a go and see what happens. We're going to go full power. Get the power up. Release. Now, this is going to be a very big if on the whole takeoff because we're that heavy and you can see how slow we're going. It's only just started to pick up. I think we're going to run out of runway. But as long as we've still got that grass strip and we've got enough of that, we might be okay. Going to put them down to landing. We just need to get enough speed. Oh, we're not going to make it. Yeah, we are. Yes. No. Through the trees, into the water, and yeah. Too heavy for this. So we need to find a decent flap that we can use. But luckily we skimmed across it all, but we need to find a decent flap with a lot of space that we can use to take off. So what I'm going to do is spin us around here, cut the hedges while we're at it, and then full pelt it this way, and this should give us enough space, hopefully. No, still not enough. No, I've made this plane way too heavy, it just won't take off. So let's reduce the weight. Let's just get out so I can find a nice little area, then I'll reduce the weight down for takeoff. I did think it was going to be a big if because this doesn't really have that much in regards to engine power, so it was always going to be a big if. Are you playing another one, Limmy, or have you finished now? Let's park it up here, go on here, take the weight down to 50. Okay, maximum allowed takeoff weight. So we should have enough now to be able to physically do it. So let's give that a go. Oh, has everybody gone off, have they? We've got a lot less weight now, so let's see. It's still not picking up speed very easily. Now I know there's going to be drag on here because we're on grass, but I would have liked to have thought we'd get enough speed to take off on this bit. We'll slot it between these trees here, and then hopefully we will then pick up enough just to take off here, which we will do. Yep, we're going. Just the struggle though. So yeah, so word of warning, if you ever do use this one, just don't. Yep, look, we're struggling to keep up any altitude. We're literally skimming the trees as we're going along. We're slowly picking up altitude though, which is good. Right, no worries, Lemmy. Good night. We've got the engines completely maxed out to try and get this. We're going to bring the gear up. And we're going to bring the flaps up, and hopefully that will then help the speed pick up. No, we need a bit more flaps. Just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, see you later, Lemmy. Cool, it was a bit of a struggle to get that takeoff, but we've got it now. We have, like I say, we've got it really weighted at the moment, so full fuel, and we've got quite a bit of weight on it in payload as well. Now we're flying over Colombia. Just have a bit of a look at the scenery here and see what it looks like. I am going to take this, zoom that out so you can see the route I'm taking. Well, ideally I would have liked this in a is it an Aerosoft or an Aerostar, sorry? The Piper Aerostar is the plane I would have ideally liked to use, but they don't have it in this game yet, so we're stuck with this one, I'm afraid. Right, we've got enough airspeed, I can take that off now. Now turn off that. No, but you still want me to have it on? Okay, I'll put it on then. But we're now flying true. So turn flight director off. The flight director should be on. Nav mode. And that flight director on as well. That's the autopilot. So we've got that set. Saying that we've got the YD off. Okay, put the YD on. And now it should turn us to follow the route. I'm not sure what our altitude is set at, but that's fine. So your dampener is on, autopilot is on. Turning around to level up hopefully, so we've got turn nav mode off. FLC does. D-nav's on. That one's not rendered, so there we go. We've got the autopilot on now. So now we've done that, we can have a little butchers and see Colombia in its glory. We're about to go into overspeed, so we're going to turn that down slightly. Going to try and get it just leveled up to the right position. We're sitting at just around the 5,000 feet mark, which is fine. Happy with that. Need to get that speed to level off a little bit. Does this plane have a... That's V nav. That's standard nav. Flight level control. Also altitude set to... Let's put it to 13, because I think that is what its max can get to. So we'll do that. I don't think it has a button for having controlled. Oh, we don't need. There's the landing. We don't need landing lights on anymore. Ring lights like to turn off. Yeah, we'll leave them on. Beacon light, strobe light, the tail light. Don't need that on anymore. Gears up. Windshield ice, auto anti-ice, that's off at the moment. All those are off as well. So there we go. I don't think we have one for an auto thruster, but that's fine. We should be having it at a decent level where it's kind of hanging where it needs to. It's strange because it's got a speed controller. And it says push to select, but it won't let me. Unless the click box isn't quite right, it's not letting me push it. So I don't know on that. How do I get rid of that? Get rid of the comms. I don't want the comms. There we go. Oh well, it's not major. We've got the speed pretty much balanced where I want it to be anyway, so that's not a problem. As we fly over Colombia. So the detail on it is pretty well done, to be fair. What we'll do is if we pick up a bit of height. Get that up to 13. And what we can do get that selected to go up. Yeah, pretty much. That's I was watching American Made, so I started off on a grass field, put the plane up as much as it would physically go, and then thought, let's give it a go. So this is the closest thing we have to the Piper Aerostar, which is what was what was used. It was the closest thing in regards. It's a little bit faster, but it was the closest thing I could find to it, really. Thought we'd give it a go. Literally, barely could take off. But now we're in the air, we've got it there, and I'm flying it up north. Gonna have to land it just near Panama Canal Way, somewhere along that route. We're gonna take it along there, Costa Rica and all that lot. And then I'm gonna pull it across to Mena. And then boy, it'd just be something a bit different and a bit of a laugh. We can have a look at the scenery while we're at it. I might not do both stops tonight because I don't even know if I'll get as far as the main stop. But what I'm going to do is have a little look at the scenery for a bit. See, we're just above the cloud level as well. And then I'm going to move it forwards and get us to the descent phase just to make it easier. But this is essentially what Colombia looks like in the flight sim world, and I want it to vertical speed, get it to go up. Well, the one at near Panama is meant to be a pretty decent one, but I don't think I've quite got the fuel to get there, so I'm dropping slightly short. But there's a decent airport en route that we're going to. What I'll do is, now we've taken off, I mean, it looks like we're going to be in jungle for most of this. So what I might do is, if you go up here and then click on travel to, if we go up to our approach now, I can skip through the main part of it and then get to the approach phase, save us being the 3 hours in, only because of the amount of forest we're going to be seeing. The views are going to be very similar the whole way along, but it just gives you a chance to have a look in the different areas, and then we'll come up for an approach Now, I haven't tried this travel to button to take us to the next stage to know how well it works. That'll be an interesting test for it. But yeah, Adam, I updated. I had to go through reinstalling all the graphics drivers, had to redo the Windows update, did a few others, and I did a massive load of tests. A massive test, and it seemed to... Here we go. Now, what we got a warning for? We've got to give it a second just to filter everything in, but we've got a couple of warning lights. Okay, so... But yeah, I did a few tests, and it seems to have not crashed when once I did all that. Okay, so we're going to turn around. Need to get that back onto us. And we're going to come in and land. Yeah, it is quite good that you're able to skip, because it... Do a bit of a extreme turn. I'm not 100% sure which side it's taken us on this runway, so... Oh, you're right. Grace, how you doing? Yeah, this is on my current system. It seems to be running alright, to be fair. Need to take off some speed. And has it put my flaps on as well? Because it feels really... No, the flaps are up. Looks like the weather around here is not too good. I can't actually even see the airport that I'm supposed to be landing at. Oh, there it is. Right next to us. But it's set the... Yeah, of course you're stalling because you've bloody got the trim set really weirdly on it. So come on, why is it suddenly trimmed? So they've got a few things they've... Whoa, look at that. Bloody hell. They've got a few things they've still got to work out on it. But yeah, no, this is on the new system and it's working pretty good, to be fair. For the most part. I've had a few crashes, but I'm hoping with all the stuff I've recently done, it should... Right, let's do it this way. Nose down. There we go. There. We've got it pretty level now. Looks like it's raining around here nearly. I know this is live weather as well, so this is what it's basically saying is the weather at the moment. So let's get this to go back onto us, then we'll look out. Need to get the landing lights on. Where are you? Okay, got all those on. Spin us around. Yeah, it's not looking too good. But yeah, no, it's on the new system. I had to reinstall all the graphical drivers and had to do another Windows update. But when I tested it, it seems to have not crashed since I've done that. So I'm hoping that's it now all set. It's running at roughly about 30 frames, give or take, a little bit less when you're in a really built up area. But when you go outside, graphically it's pretty good. Now that's the runway over there. Let's quickly get the landing gear down. This is going to be a botch landing, and I mean a proper botch landing. Oh, I managed to get one of the planes to ice up as well. We'll come here and then we'll refuel it, and then what we'll do is we'll see if it gives us enough to get to one of the other ones. Bit bumpy out, as you can see. There we go. Got it down. I don't actually think I've landed the correct way. The windsock's not showing too bad, but it's got a bit of a gust going. How are you anyway, Alan? You doing alright? Or Grazer? Yep, I'm guessing we're going to go this way, get ourselves refueled, and then we will get ourselves retaken off and do another section. Okay. It wasn't too bad, was it? I was quite impressed with that myself. This guy normally waves you in, but for some reason he hasn't. So that's fine. What I'm going to do, quickly jump in. Put that on. Yeah, what you do is click down here. Ground services. Request fuel supply. What do you mean no fuel truck is available? How the bloody hell am I supposed to fill up? Has this got a... Oh, hang on, is that it over there? Some of them have like a dedicated place you've got to pull up to fill up. So... let's go over there. I've seen somebody do this, but I don't know. Yeah, I've been on Modern Warfare quite a bit as well, although I've had a bit of a break. I went on it earlier and I've just got fed up with it, so I had to have a bit of a break. Oh, not a good time to sneeze. Now, I don't know how this works. I've seen somebody pull up to this. Oh, there you go. Pull up to it and now it's letting me fuel. Yeah, Adam's one of the guys I play with, Razor. What old games have you been playing? If we refuel this right up. Oh, too much. Are we getting 99? Yeah, there we go. Get reverse. Yeah, this one's got a reverser on it. Why are you moaning? No, that's too high. It shouldn't be too high because we're not moving now. If we go back, we need to decide where we're going to go to. So I need to think of airports here. Can't believe it. It means Steve's now on more wins than me, doesn't it? Which is a bit rubbish. Now this should be able to get us. We got along here. Might not be able to get us up this far, but we'll see. What have we got around? I don't know any. I can't. Problem is, it doesn't give you a very big map to choose from, so it makes it really difficult. Ooh, 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 ooh. We could potentially, if I can find them. That's Florida. I don't want that. Go away. That's Florida. Where are we? Oh. second because I've just got a quick look at it. It's so much easier just to look at Google Maps and then find our way there. But I'm going to try and find St. Maarten. That'll be a good little run in. There's Cuba, Dominican. And go to Barbados, I suppose. Where's the rest of them? The Bahamas, there's Jamaica. We click on that. We want then. Okay, so I'm gonna say that's Cuba, so that's the Dominican Republic. That's Puerto Rico. So St. Maarten should be one of these here. I'm pretty sure it's that one. That one is Anguilla. Yeah, there we go. This is the one. This is the one we want. DJM. Princess Juliet. So we go across onto here. Set that up. Oh, this is great. I absolutely love this. What do I need? Nope. Sources, PM. Where are we? I need to find the menu. I'm still trying to work out half of it. That's the problem. Somewhere. Flight plan. Here we go. Activate. So we're gonna check. Remove that waypoint. Add a new waypoint. And what is Princess? Who is? Then Maarten IKO. So what we want is Princess Juliana Airport, which is TNCM. So if we put TNCM, there we go. Got it there. Enter. Setting up a route. Yep. Done. That's where we want to go to. Our origin is whatever airport we're at now. I can't remember what the airport is we're at now. Click on that. MPDA. Okay, so that. And then by doing this, what we're doing is setting up a route now. It is a good game when you get into it. If you go into some areas as well, it looks absolutely fantastic. What did I say it was? It was T. You'll recognise this airport we're going to as well. TNCM, I said, didn't I? So, there you go. There's a magenta line to say it's all done. We've got that in now. So what I'm going to do is tell ATC I take off.
Malak ground CTG 19990 ready to copy IFR clearance to Juliana.
CTG 19990 is cleared to Juliana Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 22, climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 120 decimal tree squawk 2641.
Nah, I'm on a literally, Grazer, I'm on like the oldest flight stick you can possibly find. I've had this since 2000. It's an old Cytec Cyborg. Still goes strong though. We're gonna leave the rest of that for the time being. Just get ourselves on our way.
CTG 1990, taxi to and hold short of runway 22 via taxiway. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 22 via taxi.
So it's basically telling us a route to go now. Right, crank. Very funny. I'm pretty sure there's not an airport FUKU, and if there is, then that is an unfortunate name for an airfield. I'm actually intrigued now. Is there an ICAO FUKU? Because that would be quite funny. ICAO FUKU. Because I know what it stands for, but I am intrigued. Nope, didn't think that would. It would be funny though. That would literally make my day. Wants me to go all the way down there. Okay, we'll do that. Go back inside. Once we get up, I'll get us to have a little look around and see. I'm going to get rid of the that for now. But yeah, the detail on it, Grazer, is fantastic, and literally you can go anywhere in the world. It's got some great detail, although they could do with making certain areas better. For example, London is terrible. It's well, no, it's not terrible, but it is nowhere near as good as it could be or should be. For instance, the Buckingham Palace is a council estate, it looks like on here. It's just basically a massive set of buildings. We've run a little bit wide, but never mind. We're a little bit wide, but it's not too bad. Have you been on Elite much? Right, let's get ourselves take off. Yeah, it will improve in time. They're going to have loads of people doing. We haven't got clearance, but I'm going anyway. There's nothing else about. It will do in time, and they're going to have a lot of third-party stuff come out as well. It'll get there. You can see how heavy we are, because just look how slow it's taken to physically speed up. But the places they do, like for instance Florida, New York, and to be fair, going around London still looks impressive. It's just not. All the buildings just aren't quite there. Are we up? Yes, we are. Not got much speed though, so we're only just up. Bring the landing gear up to get rid of the drag. But yeah, Grazer, my flight stick, literally, I've had this since the old Microsoft 2004 and Microsoft Combat Flight Simulator days. Because I had my flaps too low, that's what it was. Come on, give us some positive rate. There we go. What I'm going to do, just to skip this bit, we'll go on to the approach phase for Princess Juliana. And then You'll recognise this runway 100%. This is the one where the planes fly over the beach just before they land. Oh really? So it's not long till Odyssey, isn't it? It's a few months, is it, or is it a little bit? Oh, we're flying, but the screen hasn't updated, so hopefully we're not actually flying yet. I've hit the pause, just in the active pause button, just in case. But there is a chance we might end up crashing it because the screen, it's playing in the background, but it's not actually. What's going on here? Come on, you're going to bring us in, or is this? Well, if we go up here and change the camera. No, it's not that. It's literally not loaded it in. Okay, we'll go back to main menu. So yeah, they still have a few bugs, as you can see here, where it's a few little, shall we say, perks. Yeah, let's go with perks. That's probably the best way we can describe it. But if we say take off from here, set departure, set that as our arrival. We'll go via there. Now these two runways are very well known runways, which they should make it a bit interesting. What we'll do is I want my little, gonna go in our little, no, this is the one of JBM, a VL3 is what we want. Get the payload down a bit, we don't need that much payload. 50-50 we'll go with, nice and easy. Yeah, we'll go, I think if I put live time, what's the time? It's night time, so if we take it to say 6 o'clock, no, if we take 5:20, there we go. And it's a 20-minute flight, so we should see the sunset in that time as well. 20 minutes to get there, but we're going to hop here, which won't take too long, and we're going to jump down and land in there. We've got a couple other planes around as well, so it should make it a bit more fun. But if we start on the small ramp, set fly, and then we can load in, you'll get to see what it looks like in whatchamacallit conditions as well, where it's essentially different lighting levels. And as we go around, we can add a bit of cloud covering and stuff like that. Now, it does have an issue where the clouds do sometimes, messing around with the weather does sometimes make it crash, but I'm hoping with all the updates I've done recently, that should hopefully fix it. What I am going to do though is do this. One thing I have noticed though, which is a real shame, since I've been streaming this, there's loads of people that want to see it. So loads of people are clicking on videos, but you're getting so many haters because of either whether it's the simulator or what. I mean, I've had people that literally moan who are massive X-Plane fans. Yet I'm an X-Plane fan as well. I love playing X-Plane, but obviously this is the new simulator. It's nice to play for something new, and it looks fantastic. It doesn't have all the stuff that X-Plane has yet, but X-Plane's been out for 4 years, and it's got loads of add-ons and payware, aircraft and stuff like that. But for what it does have, it does it really well. But you just get people that just come on just to throw hate and stuff like that, and I haven't had it on any other any other stream other than this. There you go. This is our plane for this flight. We're going to go over to St. Bartholomew and then Princess Juliana Airport. So it should be a good little flight. What we're going to do is just quickly get this bird fired up. Don't need that, so close that. Backup battery, fuel pump. Oh, I haven't turned the fuel. As we turn the fuel on, there we go. That should do it. Give it a bit of a juice just to get it set up. There we go. This one has a really weird... Oh no, this one's got the park brake here. I had one which has like a tiny little lever down here. It took me bloody ages to find it, just to take off. But I like this one because you've got such a good view outside the window all around. And the clouds through sunset look fantastic. It is such a well played game. Are they doing much at the moment with the Thargoids at the moment on X-Plane?
Tango November Charlie Sierra traffic CTG 19990 is taxiing to runway 12.
Now, unfortunately, it won't. This doesn't have a reverse on it, so we're going to have to swing it round, which means it is going to clip through things. Because although he's there, I don't think it lets us use a pushback. No, it doesn't. So this might be a little bit unimmersive, but it's the only way we can make it round, unfortunately. Let's try and do it on the spot. Oh, no, we've managed to do it okay. Ah, much better than I thought it would be. Okay, we'll just announce, just in case there's anybody else about, just to let them know that we are...
Tango November Charlie Sierra traffic CTG 19990 taking off runway 12 straight out departure.
Exactly what I say. Unfortunately, you do get it. It amazes me what people think of. I think the thing is, because this is the big game release of this week, obviously there's a lot of people streaming it and there's a lot of people that want to see it, but because of that you get a lot of people which are just think it's funny and just think it's funny to be dicks on this street to the people streaming it, and I don't really have time for it, so I just leave them to it. You know me, it takes a lot to get me rattled. There we go. Full speed. And up we go. Yeah, this is like one of the small little airports that you've got. Get the landing gear up. For the reflections, there you go. You got your sunset just over there. We want to head this way up to... We might even see the island. Don't think it's that one. It is going to be... It's this one in the distance over there, you can just see. So what, other than Warfare, what else have you been playing? Oh, and also, what I think about it, on that note, you'd think I'd get more abuse on Warzone, but actually, Warzone, I get no abuse whatsoever. It's weird. My landing gears up, flaps are all up, so yep, that's fine. Oh, is it? Has No Man's Sky? What's No Man's? Oh, No Man's Sky Elite. Yeah, that's yeah. So I've just got what you mean. Yeah, but I heard that they can't. You even get a terrain manipulator by the React. Oh, really? So they've proper gone No Man's Sky then. But I understand that you can't walk around your ship still. It kind of just takes you out of the ship. Is that right? I haven't read up masses on it. I kind of got a bit burnt out with Elite, so I kind of stopped playing it for a bit. And then with all the other stuff that's been coming out, I've been concentrating on that. That island over there is the one we're going to, by the way. I wish I could... set that a bit. Finer. Seems to go one way or the other. It doesn't seem to... Doesn't seem to want to just rest in the middle, does it? It kind of just wants to go up or down. Oh well. We're heading to the island we want. Good. That view though, I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says, that. You don't get many games which have that water reflection on and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean this one, I don't know what it's like for doing it, but you can kind of, it struggles a little bit to do it. I was in an extra the other day going under all the bridges in along the Thames, which was quite good. You get stormy weather though, I tell you. It really throws you off. Oh really? But to be fair, since a lot of them moved on, it has been quite quiet, hasn't it? I mean, there's been quite a few which aren't really doing much with it anymore, which is a shame. Which is a shame, really. There's oh, what's his name? Is it Mark? Is he still leading it, or has he given up on it as well now? I think it was Mark, wasn't it? Razor, just out of curiosity as well, do you have Xbox? Do you have the Xbox subscription? Is it Xbox Game Pass Beta or something like that? I did not know that. I might have to have another look at No Man's Sky if they've been adding stuff like that, because I have got it. I just haven't played it for ages because it's been very similar. But you'll appreciate something like this. You'll appreciate something like this, Grazer, because it's one of those ones where when you travel to the places, you get to do loads of different bits and pieces. You can if you have a community going, which I'm hoping to get, you can have a bit of a laugh. Like there was a few people which were doing like bush flying, which is pretty good fun, and they were just landing on everything, just having a bit of a laugh and just messing around together. But you just don't get. It is something which is better when you've got a few people with you, definitely. But then that's the same with Elite. Elite was so much better when I started joining a faction. Just FYI as well, the chat is quite slow at the moment, so you may find that the responses that you're giving me are to something which is something, your response is coming through a lot later after I've questioned it. So if you suddenly hear me not responding to you, but it's quite a bit after, that'll be why. Well, I was going to say, because if that's no at the moment to the Xbox beta, then that's essentially, they've got it on offer at the moment, which is £1 for the first month, and then it goes, I think, to $3.99. And you actually can download the standard version of this, and it under that. So it's essentially, you can get a few games through there, but this game you can literally just download straight away, and only costs a month, only costs £1 for the first month. That's kind of what I did, just to try it and to get me till payday, so I can give it till I can buy the premium edition. Because it's not a cheap simulator, but I thought £1, give it a go, and then see how it goes, see what it's like.
Foxtrot, Juliet traffic CTG 1990 miles southwest 400 feet inbound touch and go left traffic runway 28.
You can see now it's starting to set, it's starting to get picked off the window. Disadvantage having 2 monitors. So sun's starting to set, it's starting to get a little bit darker. Now this isn't the type of plane you want to be flying at night in. I don't even think it's got lights in the actual cockpit, which is going to make it really difficult. Is it Arkanoid and yourself running the show at the moment, is it? It's a shame because not that long ago it was really vibrant. I mean, well, you had everybody on there. I'm trying to think of everybody's names now. But there were so many people on there and it was such a good laugh. And it was like stuff happening all the time. You had the Eagles of Tranquility competitions and all sorts. It's such a shame that they've kind of stopped. Sea of Thieves any good? Because I've heard very mixed reviews on it. I've been thinking about giving it a try, but I don't know. I know there was a couple of people on it, but like I say, I hear very mixed reviews on it, so I'm not really sure. I think it's going to be dark by the time we get there because look, all the clouds over it as well. But yeah, like I say, under the Xbox Game Pass, you can actually download this as well, the standard edition, which is essentially this edition I'm playing now. And I must admit, get a couple of people, you could have such a laugh on this. I'm hoping to get, I've joined a couple of the Facebook pages, so I'm hoping to get a few people on there, and then we can get a few little things going and have a bit of a laugh on it. Oh shit, I've just turned the engines off. What happens when you start pressing buttons when you're not looking at it? What we'll do is once we touch and go on here, I'll set it back to daytime. We'll change the weather slightly maybe. Get a bit of rain so you can see what it looks like. Not that it rains that often in the Caribbean, but it gives you an idea of what it looks like then. If we're coming from the south, we're not going to be going through the mountain side. Here you go, you got somebody coming in there. Behind the mountains, just saw him over there. This is the runway, we're coming from the other side. I wanted to come from that side so we can kind of touch down and fly off, but we're coming from the bottom. I think it might. Give it something a bit different. We'll get the land start to slow down a little bit. I'm pretty sure that's it over there if we have a look. That looks like a runway over there, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm happy to do that. Have a few streams and that on there as well if you have no objections. You can even get the old Discord up and running and have a bit of a chat through that. Could be good. Is Sea of Thieves, do you need a Game Pass for that, or can you use that anyway even though you haven't got it anymore? I do need to play Outer Worlds as well. I do like Outer Worlds, but I haven't played it for ages. Get a bit of altitude so I can have a look and see over the top. Seems to be there's quite a delay on the old stream at the moment. Turn the gear down. That's 38, that's all we need. There's the runway there. Yeah, look at that. Look at that view over there. How fantastic does that look? Here we go. Choose power. We're doing a touch and go, so we're going to literally come down. Speed up again. Put the power. Do a little touch and go. Full speed it again. And take off. There we go. Aha. Nice little few yachts about. This game does look, I just think it looks really, really nice. Been a long time since I've seen a game that's made me think, bloody hell, looks good. This is definitely one of them. Yes, Sea of Thieves, a free download, is it? we'll have to get on Discord at some stage as well and have a bit of a chat, because it'll be good to have a catch up as well. Been a while. Go in here. So right, through this menu here, we can change whatever we want. We can make it. Oh, it's having a moment. What's it doing that for? Normally, nighttime. Why are you giving me jip? There we go. There we go. Let's make it midday. So now we've got it midday. That's where we've just left. Right, this normally does jerk a little bit when you first change the weather, because obviously it's got to update everything. But this will be the test now, because people said it has crashed when doing this. So I want to see if it will work or if it will crash. Is it going to come back? I don't think it is. I don't think it's going to. Let's see what happens. Oh no, it's back. Way. For a second there, I didn't think it was going to come back. Yeah, sounds good. If you do that, I really do suggest, if you've got the space, download this game, because it doesn't run too badly. I mean, I've got 5700 XT. I'm sure you have as well, if I remember correctly. Or you've got a 2070. That's right. You've got a 2070, and you've got the 3600. So this, your specs are probably slightly better than what I've got. So you should be able to play this, no problem. But yeah, if you get yourself on Discord, if you let me know next time you're on Discord, or when you go on Discord, even if I'm streaming, I can open it up on the computer and we can have a chat and a catch up. Plan what we're going to do. I'm going to get us onto the final approach at Princess Juliana. Let's only over it, and then I'm going to be calling it as well, just for a little bunny hop across. Yeah, so you can see the kind of water conditions and stuff. It's just fantastic. Oh hello, we're not that high. Didn't realise we're only 160 feet off the ground. So yeah, we can change the live weather, and you can go for absolutely anything. But yeah, Grazer, feel free. You have a good night, and I'll drop you a DM tomorrow, and we'll organise something. I go back to work on the first week of September, but we've got plenty of time to get a few bits and pieces in before then, and then we'll get some piracy going on Sea of Thieves. Yeah, so we're just in the VL3 JBM aircraft, and we're just flying from St Bartholomew to, or St Bart, as most people will know it as, to St Maarten. So we're going to land over there, and then I'm going to park it up, get it to a stand, and then we're going to call it for the evening. And then I'm going to do my review tomorrow on the game fully, which will go onto the YouTube channel. and then I will also start doing the challenges. Probably, I've got some GTA to do tomorrow. Once I've got the GTA done, we'll be going on to challenges on here, and yeah, so that'll be quite good, and we'll be able to have a bit more of a laugh on that as well. But feel free, if anybody's got this and wants to have a bit of a joint flight, let me know. We can talk about getting something set up. It'd be a good laugh to get a bit of a community going as well. Oh, we're getting the jerks. This is normally where it starts, where it goes to crash. Is it going to hold it, or is it going to go? No, held it. This is where you normally find it struggles, is when it starts jerking like it is now. They've still got to do a few things to optimize the game, but for week one, you know, I mean, we can't moan. It is literally week one of its release. Okay, so we should really
Juliana Tower CTG 19990 is 5 miles southeast with Alpha to land.
CTG 19990 Juliana Tower. Enter right downwind runway 10. Altimeter 29er, tree wind 074 at 19er.
Make right traffic runway 10 CTG 19990.
just come along here. We're going to want to swing it out here, swing it back, and go in that way. So we are going to do that now. We can close that for the time being. What did he say? Altimeter 2993. No worries, yeah, I'll get in contact with you tomorrow. Have a good night, Grazer. Catch you later. Nice to hear from you again. Okay, so this is St. Maarten. That's the runway we're coming onto there. So I'm flying past it. Gonna swing it back round. Come down, land on it there.
CTG 19990 cleared to land runway 10. Wind 074 at 19er.
Cleared to land runway 10 CTG 19990.
So we're gonna swing it round, put it back, land on there. And then this is essentially the beach where you get loads of people camping out at. So let's put the landing gear down. The flaps down for medium landing. Spin it around, here we go. There it is. As you can see, some of these buildings are a little bit not quite right. And I don't think it's going to have... It would be good if they had loads of people just randomly just chilling on the beach. They don't. There we go. Do need to get one that's not super sensitive like this one is now. Go, cut the power. Nice little long landing. There we go.
CTG 1990 exit runway when able.
Okay, we're exiting runway.
CTG 1990 contact ground on 118.7.
118.7 CTG 1990.
Let's see where he wants us to go.
Juliana ground CTG 1990 taxi to parking. CTG 1990 taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway.
Okay, thank you.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway CTG 1990.
So we're now at Princess Juliana Airport. You can see there's a few planes currently here. Slow ourselves down. Let's get back in for this. Level this up. He's saying, there we go, we're in. I want to pull myself a little bit further forwards just because I'm a bit panicky like that. There we go. So we're in, he's happy. Gonna flick the parking brake on. I'm gonna get this bird all shut off now. But if we have a little drone cam moment. This is Princess Juliana Airport. The famous beach landing airport. Actually quite a long runway. I suppose they do have 747s landing here. It amazes me how long this runway actually is. You've got a few A330s over there, which is quite cool. Get ourselves back to the ground. But yeah, so I've been Carrot Top Gamer. This has been Microsoft Flight Simulator. We've had a little bit of a run across Colombia and then landed and took a landing. Then we went to St. Bart's and then to here. So we've had a few little island hops in the Caribbean as well while we're at it. So I hope you've enjoyed the content. If you have, hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe and get the bell on. Once I get my GTA videos done tomorrow, I will be doing a few challenge videos, which I'll then be uploading on here as well. So they will be coming shortly. So hopefully you'll be looking forward to that. And yeah, I'm gonna shut this plane down and then call it a night. So I'll see you guys in the next one.